How did you, like, even sort of... Actually, I just realised that was such a quick segue.
No, carry on.
How did you even, like, sort of get into social media anyway?
So, it all started, you know, COVID, like most people. I'd just been made redundant. Luckily, they gave me furlough a little bit, so I could just be unemployed. It was great. Yeah. So I've been furloughed, and then to be redundant as soon as the furlough ran out. I had just broken up with a long-term boyfriend of mine. He cheated on me and caught chlamydia, so that was cool. And that's public knowledge, don't worry. Isn't it? I'm looking at you. I bet he still watches these. Yeah. Anyway.
Hello.
Hello. Anyway, so yeah, he just cheated on me. He was ugly anyway. It's all right.
So why'd you go out with him if he's ugly?
Oh, because I'm a personality shag kind of girl. If you're a nice person, you can make me laugh. And also, he begged to go out with me for 2 years, and I was like, "Fucking hell, all right then." Jesus.
But surely that's like an ick, right? Someone
no,
begs
because I just thought he's persistent, and like he clearly was very interested.
He was
thought
chasing the game.
Yeah, I thought
to him.
He won't cheat on me. He's uglier than me. He really wants to go out with me. He will treat me like gold dust.
So, like, in what situation did he cheat? Like, how did he... Did he go to, like, a club?
No, it was, like, a regular thing with his ex.
With his ex?
Yeah, his ex.
Yeah, I don't want to be involved in any of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
How'd you find out?
How'd I find out?
Yeah, this is interesting.
No, I can tell you. It's great. It's a good story. So, I just came off a family quiz night, Zoom, with his entire family, including members of his family that hadn't even met yet, despite us being together like a year and a half. I put my laptop down. I was like, oh, that's really wholesome, really nice. This is before I did social media as well, so I just had a normal following. I get a message request in a group chat, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, no one messages me. Opened it up. Ooh, it was 2 Drag Race. You know what Drag Race is? Like RuPaul.
Yeah.
They were like stan accounts, like fan accounts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, this has got to be a fucking joke. Like, I love RuPaul, don't ruin that for me. So I open this group chat and it just goes, your boyfriend's cheating on you. And I immediately laugh because I was like, come on now. Chelsea, come on now. You wore the same jacket as a girl. There's no way that this guy has cheated on me. And then they send a screenshot with pure evidence, like an iMessage thing. And I was like, come on, this could be forged. So I ring him up. I was like, oh... person, you'll never guess what's just happened to me. This can't be real. Like, I was literally laughing on the phone, being that cocky. I don't know if it was like cockiness or just like fear.
You sort of couldn't believe it.
Yeah, like, there's just no way.
Yeah.
In my head, it was just impossible. Like, come, this guy, this bum that I pay for, cool. So I'm there like, ha ha ha, and he's like, no, I have cheated on you. I've been cheating on you for like 4 months. And I was like, oh, cool.
I mean, you have to respect. He finally owned up.
Yeah, but he only owned up because he got dobbed in. And he also only owned up because he had an STD. And if he didn't tell me, and there was potential risk that I could have got it. God bless, I did not get that. Oh my God. But yeah, I found out, obviously dumped him on the spot. And it got worse from there. So I spent the evening crying, obviously, morning that was all over. The next day, I whack on my Instagram story a picture of me and him. I tag him and I go, by the way, this is blah, blah, blah. He's got chlamydia and I'm now single.
Wait, so did he... I mean, this may be personal, right? But
no, carry
I
on.
want to know. So he got chlamydia, right?
He did, yeah.
Whilst having sex with his ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
Whilst cheating with you, right?
Yes.
Do you think he got chlamydia from his ex, right?
Yes. Well, she told him, in the screenshot I got, she said to him, you need to tell your girlfriend because I've got chlamydia.
Don't you think he carried on cheating so you wouldn't get chlamydia?
What?
Because if he had chlamydia, right, and you two had sex.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't sleeping with him anyway because I had a gut feeling that lasted for a while that something was off, and you're not attracted to someone, that's just not going to happen. So I was like, something's really off. I was just not in the vibe. So I don't think that's his scapegoat. I think he's just a slag. But look, each to their own, sexual freedom and all that. Just don't do it while you're with someone else who doesn't know about it.
Did you shave your head to get rid of the energy?
I wish I did. But unfortunately, instead of that, I just did something that was way worse to him. Because not even a rebound. He wanted to start a music career, ironically. And I don't even care. He wanted to do a music career. And he was so desperate to gain a following, so desperate to be this person, have clout, blah, 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 blah. And it was the best karma ever. Because then I got it. And I was like, haha, I was like, well, that didn't work
That's
out.
one of the biggest flexes.
Yeah,
I will say.
agreed. And if
stealing
he's
the career.
exactly, and if
Yeah.
he didn't cheat on me, I could have basically given him a music career or more of a platform than he had before. But because he cheated on me, I then blew up because I was making TikToks and da 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 da.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. I just basically went for a lot of trauma in one short space of time, and I was like, got nothing less to lose actually, so I'll just start making videos. And exactly, screw it. I had no job, no boyfriend, and I was sat in my fucking bedroom for 6 months. I was like, now what? So started making videos. Originally they were just stupid videos. I was taking the piss out of Americans because they were asking British people questions. Do you eat crumpets every morning? And I just answered back something like, no, you silly cunt. That would
Do
be
you know
it.
what? Without even knowing, like now I know you now.
Yeah.
I must have seen some of them because they were popping back
They
in the day.
were popping. Like they were my biggest thing. Like one of them got like 15 mil, I think, or
That's
like
crazy.
something
Yeah.
like it was below 20, but it was something around that. Like they were doing silly numbers, and like overnight at one point I got 100k. I was like, what the hell do I do now? Like, and also at the time TikTok had pretty like, I know it's Musically, but it just started. Like no one was using it until lockdown, so no one took it seriously either. Like I didn't know what to do with 100k. Like no one was offering me jobs because they're like, it's TikTok, why are we gonna pay this girl? Like it's just some random girl with 100k on basically Musically glorified. So I was like, cool. So I just kept at it as a little hobby while I was in lockdown and just carried on and carried on and carried on, and now I'm here where I am now. So like a few years later, I'm like lucky to be where I am, lucky to have a platform, lucky to have it having views, because a lot of people I know in COVID started in COVID and just stopped and just went back to their jobs and whatever. But that's because they didn't see the money. There was no money in it for
you gotta
about
persist. It takes a while.
a year and a half, I think. I didn't make any money at all. Like I started making money, but I still was employed. And then my employer at the time, my new job, they were just like, pick. And I was like, fuck off.
Exactly,
I'm out of here.
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, I just took the jump. I was like, if it happens, it happens. If
You
it
got to do it
doesn't,
while you're young as well.
100%. I was, like, when I started, I just turned 21.
Yeah.
Nearly turning 24 now. So yeah, I was just like, fuck it. Why not? I've got nothing to lose. So yeah. And luckily, God bless, that it worked out.
I mean, if you stay consistent, if you have energy, all this type of stuff, it's gonna, do you know what I mean? It can't not. We had the episode with Jason, who does content as well and all this stuff, and he sort of said the same thing. Look, no matter how long it takes, the money has to come at some point. It can't not, because there has to be people filling in these roles in that field, and there's always room for more.
I love the COVID pivotal moment for influencers. I love it because obviously it made me a job, but just in general it makes platforms so much more raw. Like, I'm so sick of seeing these people where, oh, here's my perfect life and my perfect body and my perfect dog and my perfect children and my perfect... Shut the fuck up. Like, we know that's all a facade, especially now, because you've got influencers like myself or like loads of people on the platform that just like about shit day to day. Yeah. And like, it's normal, and we all like to see it. We
it's
like to see
relatable.
it.
That's what it is.
Exactly. Whereas before, we'd all look at these influencers, aspire to be them. They've got these perfect lives. They're dripped in designer, or they've got this amazing car, and they've got this. And now you've got influencers who just literally are themselves. Like they're not trying to. But that's because they started by earning no money and they were being themselves.
Well,
so
a lot of them are fake.
Yeah.
You know, I think there was a recent thing with HS Tiki or whatever, where he got baited out for like just hiring out all the cars instead of actually having them.
Well, have you seen? I've seen the same with his design. I'm not to judge because I wear a bit of fake design, but I'm open about it. I don't lie about it. Yeah. In fact, I promote it. Fair enough. But I have a mix of the two. Why not? How can you tell now? But yeah, he's got done for so many things. He had a 50k pair of trainers on and they were fake.
Yeah.
Like, this person analysed every little bit, and I was like, fucking hell. If you're going to do it, just say it. Like,
yeah. It's only worse when someone actually recognises it and goes...
It baits you out for it. If you already say, yeah, it's fake,
he wants to get the quick bag and then just, like, roll with it.
Yeah, I mean, them guys are just crazy anyway. They're just in their own little world. If they're not careful, though, I can see them going the Stephen Bear route. I mean, it's controversial, and I'm sure they're probably lovely boys. I don't know them personally, but it's that cockiness and that energy of like, oh, fucking girls, I'm doing this. You've got to be careful with it and stay to a certain degree humble, otherwise you'll definitely go down the wrong path. Like Stephen Bear back in his heyday, he was funny. He was a bit on the verge, but he wasn't too over the line, and it just got progressively worse as he got more and more fame.
Sounds a bit like Paul Breach.
Yeah, oh god.